Hi, I'm Kelly.
And hi, I'm Geoff.
And this is Blueprints for Belonging, where we're exploring how to build conscious connection in a disconnected world.
Because belonging doesn't happen by accident.
Mm-hmm.
It happens by design.
Geoff, here we are again.
Yeah, hey Kelly.
Back to our Blueprints for Belonging.
That's right.
And we're exploring all these small shifts that make a big difference in how we connect with ourselves and with others.
Yeah. Over the past few episodes, we've been exploring this series, the practice of connection, letting understanding lead, and the idea that connection isn't automatic.
Nope.
It's a skill set, something we can learn, practice, and strengthen over time.
Yeah, that's how we started with, we started with how to stay connected in a disagreement.
Right, and then we explored listening without fixing.
And then we moved into how to repair after a rupture. Oops.
Yeah, because they do happen.
Mm-hmm.
And how to set boundaries without withdrawing.
Right, and today we're bringing all of that together through one core skill that sits kind of underneath all of this.
Mm-hmm.
That's curiosity.
Yay! Because curiosity is what keeps connection open. It allows us to stay present even when things feel unclear, uncomfortable, or unfamiliar.
Right. So in this episode, we're going to be exploring curiosity, not just as a mindset, yet it's going to be a relational skill, one that kind of shapes the questions we ask, the space that we're going to create, and the way that we can stay connected with all of that is through using this curiosity.
Yes, and?
Yes, and. Yes.
That's part of that, yeah.
So first we're going to define what curiosity is, especially for a relational skill. What do you think it is?
Well, it's a willingness to stay open.
Mm-hmm.
I guess really what curiosity is to me is an open and honest wanting to know why. Mm-hmm. It's a questioning. Mm-hmm. It's perpetual questioning, really, when it sits in your life regularly. Mm-hmm. Right?
Some people see it as a negative thing.
What?
I know. If you're curious, that means you don't know.
Well, right. That's exactly the point.
Right.
We don't know.
So if you don't know. So anyway, we're shifting that type of definition of what curiosity is. It's not about you have to know everything. You're curious.
Mm-hmm. Because you don't know everything.
Because you don't know everything. There's no way that we can know everything. Mm-hmm. So it kind of shifts our communication from having these assumptions to exploring. I'm curious about how we can use this and how we might be able to do something different than what we've done before. I don't want to make an assumption that this is the way it is. I'm going to be open to learning some new ways. So
right. Yes, exactly. Oh.
So curiosity is about openness and interest. Kind of moves from that assumption and exploring. Mm-hmm. Not about knowing. It is about learning. Right.
Yeah.
So we're going to reframe that from I think I know what this means to help me understand
your experience.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Ask.
Oh my gosh. I might have to make an acronym out of ask. I don't know.
Right. Not sure what it's going to be, but it might be something. Yeah.
Right. So what do you think gets in the way of curiosity?
Oh, certainty.
Absolutely. He just steps in.
Which is really a misnomer because no one is that certain about anything.
No. Oh, wow. What is that when you, not false pretense, but what is it it's when you're like somebody's selling you something, but it's not real, you're under...
Oh, under false pretenses.
False pretense,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
But there's another word for it when they're selling you something and you... anyway, I can't think of what it's called. I know, I caught you off guard.
You did. But now I think I've got a glimmer of it in my mind, and I can't quite come up with the word
You'll come
either.
up with it.
Yeah, we'll spit it out later, and you'll be like, "What are they talking about?"
Well, with curiosity, we need to allow ourselves to that space to explore, and yet with certainty, that kind of our mind fills with these assumptions, especially under pressure. We have to get this right, or this is the way it's supposed to be. So then we prioritize being right or being efficient, and curiosity gets replaced with that conclusion. So
right, with assumptions.
well,
Ugh.
so the barriers to curiosity are assumptions, defensiveness, time. It's a 4-letter word, I know.
It is,
Yes.
isn't it?
And sometimes those emotions kind of come up in there, and they kind of react to everything, especially anger. You know, if we don't have something, if we're not, and you know, if you're trying to be curious about why somebody's angry, that might make them more angry.
Right.
So you have to be careful in how you use that. So you're angry about something. I'm curious why you're angry. Might get you some more anger.
Right.
So be caution or caution when you're using that way. So.
Right. Because they might come off with, well, you should know why I'm angry.
Right. So there's this impact that happens with kind of getting when we don't use or we don't have curiosity. Certainty kind of gets in the way.
Right.
So it kind of closes our conversations
Prematurely.
Yes.
Yeah. Shuts them down early.
And there's so many more
misunderstandings
absolutely.
Increase. You
Right.
know, it just becomes crazy.
Yeah.
And then that results in weaker connections.
Right.
You know, or no connection at all.
You remember what the acronym for ASSUME is?
Yeah.
Okay. So imagine if your name was Assumption. Would you be,
Golly.
people would be calling.
I would hate my parents.
Yeah. So assumptions get in the way because we don't have that awareness to use a different skill. We've been taught to use assumptions because that's a shortcut in trying to make sense of our world. It's about survival is what we're doing. I'm not saying that certainty is a bad way. We don't want to have certainty. It was used for another shortcut of how to deal with life. And this is about slowing things down a little bit and using some curiosity to kind of see where that goes. So then curiosity kind of has its own little set of operational directions that it likes to use. Not curiosity, but control does. This is kind of, control likes to have definitions, it likes to resolve things, it likes to manage things quickly. And curiosity is that opposite. So share kind of how you see that opposite of control.
Right. Well, it tolerates not knowing because it's understood that you don't necessarily know. It expands understanding as a result of that. It keeps conversation open. I mean, yeah, it's such a more pleasant way to go about life, being curious and being okay with being curious.
But if I'm in control, then I'm going to manage your listening. I'm going to manage if you're not listening to me. I'm going to tell you you're not listening to me.
Right, she'll correct. She will be doing all sorts of things but not asking.
So control wants answers quickly, and that makes sense about survival. It wants to reduce that uncertainty because it needs that clarity for how things are working or what we're wanting to get done.
Right. Well, and in this day and age, really, that survival instinct that we have, our story maker coming online and making up stories about stuff we don't know anything about, it really doesn't serve us anymore. We don't have those survival needs. The survival needs have changed. I mean, our needs themselves haven't changed, but how we get them and how many are automatic and how many aren't has changed dramatically.
Well, I'm going to use an analogy here.
Okay.
So before we had airplanes, we used ships to get around. They were helpful. They got us around. And now we have airplanes.
Right.
So it's a shift of technology. So yet we're still using ships to get around, even though we have airplanes.
Well, it's an airship.
Is that HEIR? Airship? Sorry. So in this place, we're looking for information that either is supporting us or harming us. And so it's not that we're trying to get rid of certainty. We're just becoming aware of the use of it. I don't take a ship everywhere I'm traveling anymore. It would take too long for me to get anywhere. Although some people
It's like driving across country. It's like, well, I could just fly in 5 hours, but
right. It'd take me 22 hours.
It'd take me 5 days to do it by car.
So it's just the shift of technology is what we're kind of bringing this awareness to, is being aware that you still might be using it, yet become aware of I'm using it. Okay? So what do you think curiosity sounds like?
What does curiosity sound like? It sounds like, tell me more. Am I understanding you correctly? Yes, and, which is sort of the generic, can go anywhere.
Or here's another one. How do you make sense of it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm inviting you to participate with me.
Right, to tell me my experience
Right.
and how I understand things. I love that.
Yeah. So the tone is also important with curiosity. Not saying, I'm curious, what do you mean by that? It's a different.
Right. Like, I'm not going to answer that question because yikes.
I'm hoping they could hear that. They could see my teeth.
Yeah. I could see her face when she said that, and it was not nice.
So tone is important. Using that open, calm, non-judgmental tone.
Right.
Inviting curiosity to...
Because curious questions is one thing, but curious mindset is another.
Right.
Because it shows up in your face. I mean, oh my gosh. Okay, so case in point.
Okay.
I have a story.
Okay, good.
Of course. So I got home one day after working out, and my housemate was making breakfast for us. She was in one stage of it, which was onions. And I screwed up my face, like,
Yeah.
And I said, onions for breakfast? And that set down a fucking shitstorm you would not believe. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, I stepped in it royally. Because I wasn't really curious. I was judging. I was making up I already made up my mind that I didn't like what she was doing. And my face showed it. My face betrays me all the time. And so it betrays you too.
I so appreciate you sharing that one with our audience, because those are real issues that come up all the time.
Oh yeah. Exactly.
And they're not going to not be there.
Oh no. They're going to happen whether you like it or not.
Right.
Yeah,
So
and
I'm
it's
just
about how
curious,
you address it.
how did you repair it?
Oh. This was a while ago. So I don't even remember. I think I did not repair it instantly because I was going to work and I had to eat breakfast and go to work. And
So later y'all talked about it.
yeah, later we talked about it, and as is usually the case, we always talk about everything. And those are hard conversations, but we have them. I can say that I finally understood how to bring her back down from a PTSD
Reaction.
triggering episode. And it worked.
Wonderful.
Yeah, at a much more recent date, when I said something that didn't land right, didn't land how I intended.
So curious.
Which happens.
Right. So then you knew really quickly from her face, or
no, it was her
response.
Her response.
Okay.
Yeah. And she said, "I just need to be held right now." And so I got up and I went and I held her tighter than I've held anybody. And she said,
"Thank you."
She was so thankful because it actually worked. It prevented that PTSD episode from turning into a week-long episode.
Someone put a pause here for a second. In some ways, the asking for what she needed was really important.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. Because it was also
because assuming that
creating,
I would figure it out is never going to work.
Right. And also creating that safety in the relationship. as well as you giving it to her, you're allowing her to know that she matters.
Right.
And that's what we're all trying to do.
Right.
Is matter.
We all just want to matter.
Right.
Yeah.
So curiosity, it's a really good way to kind of build that relationship skills of connecting with others, especially when you don't understand something. Tell me more. Tell me, why is that, or not why, don't use the word why. Tell me how that's important for you. Why is a trigger word, I think, for a lot of people.
Why is that important for you? Yeah, that's a loaded question.
It's a loaded question. I would not recommend using it. Be aware of it. Right.
Why does this upset you so much?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did understand the way you meant it. Is that the way you meant to say it that way?
Right.
Would be another way. Right. So anyway, so you're inviting, not directing. You're inviting them into a connection, and they have a choice in not connecting. Just in some ways, I'm going to use that example. You had a choice in not connecting, and you chose connection.
Oh yeah, well, because for me, that's the only way.
Right.
Yeah.
Whew, I think that kind of goes into our little real life vignette that we were going to talk about, but I think this is I think it's even better. So, Matt, we're going to share it with you anyway. So just imagine a conversation that a person might have out of frustration about a situation. The other person immediately assumes they understand and begins responding with solutions or interpretations. We've been around people like that before, have you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, who hasn't?
Or somebody's trying to fix your problem when you start to talk about it.
Oh, gosh, yes. Even in a support group.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't want to fix people's problems. You just want to hear them and listen to them.
Right.
Stay curious. Right. So in that conversation will become shorter, a little more transactional. Only the reason why is
left unaddressed.
The emotions.
The why did this happen?
Right.
Nobody ever talks about it.
Right. Well, not the why, it's the how. We want to understand the how, not the why. We know what the what is. We know the when. The why we want to stay away from. It's like muddy water.
Right. I know, and I just went right into that. Like, the why is what we're looking for. No, we never talk about it. No, we don't ever talk about the why. We talk about the how.
How is important. So how did we get here? So there's usually miscommunication in the how. We're not aware of the miscommunication unless we unpack it, unless we start to see. So when you walked in and you had that scowl on your face, that was her how. She saw that how. You had that scowl on your face.
As judgment and disapproval.
Right.
Yeah.
If she went to, why is your face like that? It would have stopped you in that conversation.
Probably so. Although the conversation ended anyway because it blew up, And yeah, it's hard for me to know how it could go differently without me changing how I approached it.
Good. So stay in the how.
Yeah.
Right. So curiosity can change the experience of being in a relationship. It creates that space for people to feel seen and heard and understood. It reduces that defensiveness, and it begins to build that trust. That's where relational trust or relational integrity starts to work in here. I know we've not talked about relational integrity, and it's not something we're talking about here, but I'm just going to bring it in because that's part of what we're talking about. Relational integrity is, yes, I'm going to, we think integrity is about doing the right thing, right? Some people think of it that way.
Yeah.
It is about how I'm holding this experience. Am I going toward care and understanding for other people that are also in the room?
Right. Or am I just bulldozing through with my assumptions?
Yeah. Right. Yep. So relational integrity is kind of a way to kind of look, how am I doing with my because that's about you dealing with it, not somebody saying your relational integrity is out.
Right. It's how you're doing in relationship to others.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's some short-term impacts of curiosity on relationships. You want to talk about those?
Yeah. Well, slower conversations.
So y'all slowed your conversation down.
Yeah. We did it after I got home from work. But yeah.
You still, right?
Yeah.
And you still had more openness.
Yes, we had more openness. I understood things from her perspective, and I endeavored to modify my behavior in that way because, well, what I realized and what I continue to realize is these things that she makes me aware of.
Isn't that wonderful?
They're things that I picked up from my childhood.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've been going along doing these things all these years and not even realizing it.
Isn't it wonderful?
You know? The awareness
she's
is
a
so
part.
wonderful.
I know.
Yeah.
So
she's a mirror that reflects back to
so
me
she
a lot.
she allows you to have that increased understanding even with her curiosity.
Right. And I am very open to this. So
the learning you're talking about.
Yes, to learning. So there is more openness when you have curiosity.
And you're able to deepen that trust in that relationship that you're...
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Isn't it wonderful to have that stronger connection with
Yes,
somebody?
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah. My housemate, as I call her, is my dearest, closest
friend.
Yeah. And and she's with me for life.
So you don't have to be perfect.
No.
Right.
No.
So you just want to be understood.
Yeah.
Right. And she does too.
Yeah. And she doesn't expect me to be perfect.
Right.
So thank you, because I can't do that.
So curiosity is not just a communication tool. It's a way of being in our relationships. When I use curiosity, I'm opening myself to exploring. And part of where that connects is through creativity. I'm exploring in a way that I would use if I had a whole bunch of material sitting here and just seeing what would come out of it. Letting it just see what there's. I don't know. There's not anything that's for certain with any of it. I'm just going to see what comes out of it. And that's kind of a way to think about curiosity, because it kind of opens that connection even more in relationships.
Yep. Because it starts from a place of not knowing. And that is the most honest place you can come from.
Right.
Really.
So curiosity is not about fixing or proving a point. It's just about understanding and staying present.
Yeah, it's not about getting defensive.
No.
It's about staying
And
present.
this is where, in some ways, curiosity is like the fertilizer for connection.
I like that.
Yeah, because we don't know what's going to come out of it. We're just
Right.
Gonna...
Is it stuck in the Strait of Hormuz? I don't know.
Oh my God. Okay. Ugh.
I'm so sorry.
It's
had
all right.
to.
It's all right.
Because
It's
he
all
said
right.
fertilizer, and I'm
It
like,
is
oh
fertilizer.
no.
Oh my God. We have a lot of fertilizer. Not necessarily that kind of fertilizer.
You mean manure?
Right. We have. Sorry, I'm going to use a different word. But yeah, it is. It's the shit that's coming up. We have a lot of it that's coming up. So we want to just make sure that we use it appropriately to not let it just be in a pile somewhere. We have to put it and place it in some places that allows it to make other things grow. So.
Right. And that is curiosity.
Correct.
Right there.
Right.
Yep. Ah, awesome. So, are we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
I know, it went by
This
fast.
episode is flown by.
I know.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, we're at 24 minutes already.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
It goes by fast when we're having fun.
Yeah, it really does. I hope y'all are having as much fun as we are.
Well, I just want to share, I appreciate people listening to our podcast. I mean, we have things that we're sharing about. If there's anything that y'all are curious more about,
Right, let us know.
let us know. So,
I mean,
just-
you can do it in a comment on one of these podcasts, or you
reach
know.
out to us if you want to.
Yeah. I don't know if they have a way to reach out to us
Oh,
via the podcast.
On
Yeah.
YouTube, we haven't put anything on YouTube. We sometimes we can go back and put something on YouTube about how to get a hold of us.
Yeah. Because we put all our episodes on YouTube.
On YouTube, right? But we can put that in there.
So, yeah, you'd have to go and find it on YouTube. Cool. So, curiosity is not just a communication tool, right? That's what we were just talking about. That's so
we're
true.
about to close our series here.
Yeah, we are. So, as we close out this series, the practice of connection, letting understanding lead, we've explored something simple, yet powerful. That connection is a skill set.
Yep.
Takes practice.
Takes practice, and if we're not practicing, ooh.
Right.
We've looked at how to stay in disagreement without disconnecting, and how to listen without fixing, and how to return after a rupture in our relationships or our conversations, and how to set boundaries without withdrawing. This series, we've had a lot of stuff, and now we've just talked about how curiosity keeps it all open.
Yeah. And what we begin to see is that connection isn't something that just happens. It's something we practice.
Yeah.
In small moments, in everyday conversations, in the way we choose to stay present.
Because at the same time, there's another layer to all of this, Jeff. Because sometimes even when we want to stay connected, something in us reacts faster than we can choose. Anger is right there at the door. Oh my God!
Right? Yeah. Oh no, that was too fast. I couldn't stop it.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
So becoming aware of these things is kind of where we want to encourage people to kind of pay attention to. So
right.
And
well, I would say that's where we're heading next.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah. In our next series, we're going to be talking about this emotional safety and nervous systems.
Architecture of belonging. So, I think we may have reconfigured our
stuff.
Our
yes,
stuff.
yes, we did.
Yeah.
Because this is where I'm supposed to say this part. As we close our conversation, we're getting ready to move into a new section called the architecture of belonging.
That's right.
That's not this other one that we had said before, because we don't want that one.
Right.
We've changed it, so that's my bad. I didn't take that part out.
Yeah.
So
no, and I didn't either. Whoopsie.
That's okay.
And the architecture of belonging feels right for blueprints for belonging, because belonging isn't just something we feel; it's something that gets built.
Yeah. So in our next 5 episodes, we're going to be looking at belonging as a human need. Blueprints we inherit from our culture, from our families of origin. The personal maps we carry inside of us, what got downloaded, how we've learned how to connect or not connect with others. The research that shows about belonging and uncertainty, and how we can begin building or rebuilding belonging with this awareness, choice, and practice.
Right. So we'll be asking what kind of structures help people feel safe enough to participate.
Yep. And what kind of belonging lets us show up without shrinking and performing or disappearing. And that's where we're going to be heading next.
The architecture of belonging. Love it.
I know.
Well, thank y'all so much for being here. We love doing this, and I think you might be able to tell that by how much we laugh during these.
Right.
So, if you like it as much as we do, share it with 5 people. Share it with people who you think might benefit from listening to this series, or people who you think just need to hear it.
Do you mind if I say something before we leave?
No.
Because I wanted to give them the 5 reflections.
Oh, right. Right. We didn't do reflections. Yeah. We skipped it.
So that's okay. Here's the 5 reflections to take with you. Where have I practiced staying connected differently over these past episodes? Kind of paying attention to those. What skill or which skill felt most natural for me? Which felt most challenging? And then when do I notice myself closing down instead of staying curious? Sometimes anger does that, but sometimes. What helps me remain present in the moments of tension or uncertainty? And the last one here is, what would it look like to treat connection as something I practice daily?
Right.
So anyway.
I'll let you know when I try it.
Thanks, everybody, for being here.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Take good care.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks for listening to Blueprints for Belonging. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to follow. Leave a 5-star rating for us and share it with a friend.
You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you like to listen. Your support helps us keep building conscious connection in this disconnected world.